Those obsessed with watching couples go from demolition to decoration are surely obsessed with Hometown's Erin and Ben Napier, one of the families taking over HGTV since 2016. Here are some things you may not know about the stars of Hometown. Many people dream of meeting their perfect match in high school or college during some hilarious or romantic scene straight from a rom-com, and that kind of was how it happened for Ben and Erin. Describing the start of their relationship, Atlanta magazine revealed she was forced to speak to Ben when the campus yearbook told her to interview him for a series on the college's most interesting people. Pen and paper in hand, she found herself asking him his favorite books, movies, pastimes. He in turn asked her on a date. Soon enough, Ben met Erin's parents, he shared his love for her, and they were officially together. Some fans may be skeptical of this picture-perfect beginning, but all they need to do is step back and look at the life the Napiers have built. Their story is proof that love at first interview could quite possibly be the next big rom-com trope sweeping the bookshelves. As a college freshman who everyone on campus knows, being attracted to someone slightly different from the norm can be intimidating, even for a big teddy bear like Ben. College is a step up from the awkward high school stage, but it still is a time of transition for most people, so dating someone totally new can be nerve-wracking. While Erin seems to be a very quirky, confident woman who we all love on Hometown, she didn't originally fit Ben's type. In an interview with Atlanta magazine, Ben revealed, "Erin was very different from the typical girls I had dated most of my life. She had a pixie-style haircut, and she just carried herself differently." Her confidence and striking physical traits were likely only some of the many reasons Ben found and still finds Erin to be such a superb partner. While some people seek fame, the Napiers did not. The Hometown stars never expected to end up on a television show that's conquered the HGTV ratings the way it has. Erin and Ben were actually discovered through social media. Speaking about being discovered, Erin told People magazine, "We never expected this. Getting a TV show never even crossed our minds." The couple was contacted by an HGTV representative after the exec admitted to stalking them on social media in hopes of putting them on TV. Of course, this stalking was purely out of interest and excitement, presumably knowing that Ben and Erin's addition to the HGTV family would be a beneficial investment, and it sure has been. Watching TV shows, specifically HGTV shows, was never a priority for Erin and Ben, so when a message from an HGTV representative appeared in their inboxes, they decided to finally tune in. In an interview with Realtor.com, Erin admitted, "I never really watched HGTV before. We weren't big TV watchers at all." Though they weren't ones to sit in front of the screen for hours, they were attracted to the idea of their hometown, Laurel, Mississippi, being a focal point. The chance to bring positive light to their little town was something they couldn't turn away from. Erin went on to say, "Anything that can draw some positive attention to our town, we're game."
Woo! Laurel! Anybody?
And with that, the title of host of a home renovation show was added to their resume, alongside furniture and stationery business owners. Erin recalls being bullied from 4th through 7th grade due to her somewhat odd and introverted personality. She had never been someone interested in shopping for the trendiest clothes or perfecting her makeup, and she wasn't really part of the popular crowd or a clique. Instead, she found herself being, well, herself, leaning toward more unique hobbies other teens weren't really interested in. In an interview with Southern Living, Erin admitted, "Library time was my favorite. I had a fossil collection. I would put together natural history dioramas in old shoeboxes, or I'd stay home and make a tiger costume. That was really exciting to me. But kids can be mean." Erin went on to reveal, "One time during hide and seek, I was it, and they all left me there and went to the house next door." Now, as a confident woman and mother, she's proud of her diverse hobbies and interests because, well, they've clearly been worth sticking with. Erin is definitely someone teenage girls and young women can look up to as an inspiration to be uniquely themselves. Fans might not look at Ben and immediately think minister. However, he actually planned to go into ministry as a full-time career before becoming the businessman and television star he is today. And for a short time, he did. With a college degree in history, Ben's knowledge, experience, and passion made him perfect for a career in this field, but he left it behind. Reporting on Ben's career and ministry work, Country Living revealed he resigned from his position at Laurel First United Methodist Church in 2014 to devote his time to the family businesses. The Napiers are still active members of the congregation.
Like that was taking the safe way out as a preacher's kid, was to become a minister.
Ben continues to be a vocal part of the religious community in Laurel. In 2020, many celebrities took the time to support the Black Lives Matter movement, but Erin and Ben didn't really speak up at the time. When they lacked consistent supportive content regarding Black Lives Matter, fans began to wonder where they stood. Many reached out to Ben and Erin about it, and the HGTV star's silence was seen in a negative light for many fans. However, Erin ended up addressing it on Instagram. She wrote, "I want you to know that my social media quiet is not a difference of opinion, it's just a difference of expression. I think taking a bigger stand lies in the small opportunities we meet every day as we go to the post office or order food in a restaurant. So while she might not be as outspoken about societal issues as some may like, she believes she's working toward a better society." So what does Ben do for fun? Though some might assume he's a man who just loves the outdoors, hunting, chopping wood, and knocking down walls, fans may be surprised to hear a few of his interests aren't in line with the typical woodsman description, basketball being one of them. Erin told Country Living, "He gets up at 4:30 and plays basketball in the backyard every morning. I will not complain about it. It's great for his heart. I don't care if it wakes me up." Not only does Ben force himself awake in the morning while his wife sleeps, but he excitedly brings himself into the backyard for some early morning cardio. Unlike some celebrities, the Napiers enjoy sharing personal anecdotes and videos from their life on their social media platforms. This not only helps the hometown stars connect on a deeper level with their fans, but also allows them to be authentic and open. Still, they're not immune to social media trolls. Erin addressed those trolls in an Instagram post in which she called the social media platform her cozy place. She wrote, "Instagram is a photo journal of the moments I don't mind sharing because maybe it will make someone feel like there are other people like them in the world, or maybe it will give you courage to be distinctly you in a world that values perfection over personal. What this isn't, a place for people I don't know to come and air their grievances or be mean or critical." Clearly, Erin won't tolerate internet bullies, and she'll block them if she has to. It's always sad when a couple wants to have children and they have a difficult time conceiving. Erin and Ben faced some of these challenges, as Erin had been experiencing pain that she didn't understand since she was 19. She told People magazine, "In the beginning, it would be 24 hours of terrible stomach pain and a low-grade fever, and then it would disappear." The magazine noted that at her worst, Erin would, quote, "be laid up for a week at a time, unable to move without pain and without any idea what was causing it." The Napiers would learn that the pain was due to Erin's organs being fused together by tissue. Her medical professionals were shocked, and they continued to do exploratory procedures and testing, eventually learning it was due to a perforated appendix. Though the damage caused by the condition was thought to lead to difficulty conceiving, the Napier's daughter, Helen, was born 3 years later. When Erin shared her list of hobbies as a young girl, journaling never seemed to be on the list. However, she has admitted to being a fan of libraries and bookish activities. As Country Living noted, Erin has, quote, "counted her blessings in blog form every year since January 1st, 2010. The publication went on to perfectly describe her journal, writing, "The journal features sweet and inspiring stories about all the best things that happen daily in their lives, whether it's a short post about making meatballs or an in-depth look back at the highs and lows of the past 10 years of Erin's life." With blogs, podcasts, and vlogs still being popular forms of entertainment, Erin jumped on the trend, using her online blog as a way to express emotions, share recipes, and tell stories about her and her little family. Dedicated fans may have noticed a change in Big Ben's physical features over the course of the series. During Season 3 of Hometown, Ben progressively started to look a little thinner and healthier as the season moved forward. Though exercise has been a constant for the family for several years, it wasn't until the birth of his daughter that Ben became more serious about weight loss. He told Country Living, "Having Helen made me want to be healthier so I could be around a lot longer and see her grow up and see her whole life." Considering the fact that stroke and heart concerns have been active problems in his family, Ben didn't want to walk down a similar path. However, Erin told the publication, "I don't want him to get too skinny. My favorite thing about him is how I always feel so small and taken care of." Erin and Ben also have a pretty obvious height difference between them. Fans may already be aware of this not-so-tiny detail, but some may not have been aware of the couple's shocking exact measurements, and it explains why Erin has lovingly given her husband the nickname Big Ben. Ben is 6'6", while Erin is only 5'5". Not only does the nickname come into play due to his height, but Erin has also said it is because of the size of his heart. Seeing how beautifully the family interacts with each other on screen, Erin shouldn't worry too much about not being cared for by her husband. It's always humbling to see a family who absolutely adores the small town they live in. It's even sweeter when they don't ever want to leave, creating a true home for their family and relationship to grow. And that's the Napiers in a nutshell. Though Ben and Erin are passionate about bringing more positive energy to small towns, specifically their own, they also want to focus on their own little family and the positivity and comfort they can bring to it. Being in the spotlight was never their dream, but now that it's where they are, they want to do what they can to stay true to the people they always have been. Speaking about her small town in Mississippi, Erin told Parade, "We never want to live anywhere else. We love it here." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.